Okay, guys, I want to share my last battle I just did. It was kind of a fun one. Again, I love playing the Puma. I just do. It it was an interesting game of support, a lot of support. I'm surprised I didn't get killed fast. Because again, I rushed some points, was a little rambunctious and stuff. But wait and see how this goes. I'm gonna speed it up a tad until we get into the game. I'm gonna also close down some of these extra things. Okay, so now as I'm coming in to the capture point, again, this is replay. So I play this in realistic, so I cannot see these red markers over the enemies. Popping smoke, and then just sitting here waiting. This is a light tank, by the way, as a lot of you guys are probably familiar, or if you've seen some of my past videos, I do play the Puma kind of a lot, just because it's fun. This is actually playing at battle ranking 3.7, 4-ish, somewhere around there. This is a 2.7 battle ranking tank, so it's below its BR, but its strength is its speed and its maneuverability, and its gun is not too bad either. So if you do not get seen, you do great, or you can do great. We'll see the sticker max later on in this game. Just keep your eyes open for it. So now I'm pulling back because this is not a front. Well, it is a frontline tank, but not for the center of the battle line, where you're going to have a lot of other heavier tanks to run into. So now I'm scooting up, trying to get between the two capture points, not a usually traveled place, because again, I do not want to be expected to be seen there because, well, I am driving an armored car, not a tank. So the only vehicles I can see in this are the vehicles that are marked, which you can see there's the binoculars here showing that one, and that's also its corresponding with this blinking one here. I do not see this KV-1 or any of these tanks over here at this point. If you notice how maneuverable the Puma is, if you drive a tracked tank or pretty much any other tank, especially at this BR, unless it's an armored car, it doesn't have a lot of maneuverability. What's nice also about this tank, by the way, I do not see his PT5. I don't realize how close he is. At this point, I'm just moving up, trying to move from shelter to shelter. I do notice, by the way, at this point down in the mini-map, all of these marked tanks by B. So I notice this crater here, but then I come down here and I find another crater. It's like, oh great, because this makes a great hold down place. You will notice now the Dicker Maxes are right here. There's two of them, and I believe one of them is the one that we saw earlier. I see this T-34 pulling up. I assist, set him on fire. Probably the Dicker Max is probably reloading at this point, and I just noticed that Dicker Max got killed here. So he outpulls the KV-1. Knock him out, which supports and protects that Dicker Max there. Now I'm just sitting here for a second, just saying, okay, how things playing out. Does the Dicker Max need support? Again, most people are not expecting to see me here, because again, this is kind of a weird place to be. But I can see into B. I wish I would have seen that T-34, because I could have taken a hit on him probably. But I'm just working my way up, trying to also avoid all this artillery. Someone must have spotted me at some point in order to call that artillery. Probably the guy I killed earlier in support of the Dicker Maxes. So now I'm just trying to move out of the range of it, and I'm moving out of a straight pattern heading towards the spawn, because that's what everyone expects. Fortunately, that Yak 4, I believe that's what it was, it just flew over, did not see me. At this point, I see the light tank. I do not see the ASU-57. Fortunately, he didn't see me because he could have really killed me fast. If I would have seen him, it would have been nice to take a shot or mark him, but I didn't, unfortunately. Marking, by the way, in light tanks is also a handy way to get points, because, by the way, I didn't see how close that T-34 was either at this point. We will see him, I think, in a little bit. I think that's the guy we run into in a moment. Or, no, maybe it's this one, the Gear Boy Destroyer or something like that. We do run into a T-34, but that T-34 sees me. I'm trying to take shelter by a building now. And now I'm going to also work on trying to get marks, because again, marks will give me points and kill assists depending on if they get killed. So that is something that is one of the benefits of marking tanks for your team. So I do see, and at this point I'm marking them. You'll see they're starting to show up here as marked. There's the binocular mark there. I also call artillery. There was also the T-34 that was hiding behind the wall right here, and that's who I believe I just called artillery on, was that T-34. I'm not sure. I think he just got killed by the friendly SPG. And there he is, he's dead. So I'm safe there. That's the guy that was seeing me earlier that popped off a shot at me, I believe. I'm backing up out of the artillery range, and now I'm working on trying to reposition myself. I also didn't just fire randomly there. I switched between my more explosive round to more of my armor piercing, because I know that KV-1 that's being faced against the friendly over there is a heavy tank, so I need as much penetration as possible, so I need a high velocity armor piercing round. And that's what I have here. So now I'm moving in on his flank, trying to stay out of his view until I'm ready to shoot. Now in fact he moves up right in front of me, set him on fire, but he's trying to move up. He just took out the friendly SPG. I'm reloading. There, I take him out. I take out his 2 front crew members. So a lot of the lesson that we're seeing here, by the way, is you don't need armor if you're not seen. Only, what, 1 tank saw me before? Now, I have not got a huge kill ratio here, but I am doing a lot of support work. Here, I just marked that Crusader anti-aircraft. And I'm just sitting here watching for tanks I can mark. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, because a lot of this is now just me marking and maneuvering. Again, I'm just having fun playing light tank, so I'm playing it as a light tank. I'm working on being unseen and marking. And as every time there's a mark, I get more points and more in-game currency, in this case, Silver Lions. So that's to my advantage. And right now this bush is blocking the view. So I see that guy, I mark him. Even though he's getting a lot of heavy fire from the enemy, in case he manages to evade them, he can't evade them with the mark, because they can just keep tracking him. So now moving up, the game's pretty much done at this point. Well, thank you for joining me in this battle. It was a fun battle. I do like playing light tanks. Sometimes I do play Panzers and stuff, but a lot of those I do not end up recording. Right now I'm playing a lot of Panzer IVs. I did get a question, am I looking at grinding the German tree? I am doing that a little bit. I bounce back and forth a little bit. I'm also playing a lot of British, at least I was. So right now on this account, I have my British and German trees being probably my highest researched tech trees at this point. So I'm hoping this gives you guys some ideas for playing light tanks. I don't know how many of you guys, do you guys like playing light tanks if you play War Thunder? Do you like heavy tanks? Do you like medium tanks? Do you like SPGs? What are your favorite ways of playing? What are your favorite tank types and nationalities and all of that? Well, thank you for watching. Please make sure to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. That helps both of us. It helps grow the channel and it keeps you up to date as I make content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the future battlefields of War Thunder. Thank you for watching.